Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your girl, the T on MPD and relationships. Hello everyone. To all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello, hi, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video. Family, you know I'm always talking about our weekly live streams. Some weeks we may not get to go live, and I will usually specify that or let you know what's happening. But I want all of you that are on my Facebook and YouTube platforms, make sure you turn your notification bells on, okay? Please, please, please make sure your notification bells are on so you know exactly when we're gonna go live, okay? When we will be live on the channel. And also when we drop a video as well. And y'all know I'm always asking y'all to please help your girl out. The goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes. If you rocks with your girl, y'all hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that like button for your girl. All right, please. One time, two times, every time for your girl. Y'all, please hit that like button. Somebody hit it for you, okay? Hit it for someone else if you don't mind, okay? Pay it forward. And y'all know also too, I'm plugging the book. You see it in the description below, okay? The link is pinned in the description below. This is your next good read. This is your next read. Recommend it to your book clubs. Recommend it to your friends. Get a copy for yourself and get a copy for a few other folks, okay? Y'all, listen, if y'all want to see how cerebral/somatic narcissists get down, you ought to see it happen in this book, Seduced by Satan, baby. No games being played right here, okay? We ain't even playing the radio. That's how much we not playing with this book, okay? This is how crazy it is. All right, y'all. So listen, pick up your copy today. Okay, y'all, so let's jump into the topic of this video. I want to get right to it. I want to talk about the fact that how the narcissist uses, okay, the new supply to cope with the loss of you. Okay, now I want to bring this out because this is very different from what you've seen. This is usually when the new supply has not been properly vetted. This is usually when you have done the final discard and it's kind of like out of nowhere. The narcissist was not anticipating this. So they have to, you know, get a panic pick for the new supply. And yeah, this is how they use them, you know, to cope with the loss of you. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to share some things with you in this video that's probably going to be a little shocking. But I want you to just hear me out. Now, first of all, let's put this groundwork down right here. Now, the narcissist is not in any way, shape, form, or fashion trying to get rid of you or whatever in this situation. This is a situation where you have just basically had enough, okay? And I know that's shocking because we always think that during the devaluation stage, because this is what really probably prompted you to get rid of the narcissist, is that you didn't like the fact that you were being disrespected, you were called out of your name, you were doing, you know, the narcissist was just doing the most, you know. And we really feel like at that point during that devaluation stage that the narcissist is getting ready to discard. And sometimes they are, you know, and sometimes the soft discard means that they're just going to go silent in the house. They're not going to talk to you for a few days, you know, maybe a week or two, maybe a month, you know, if they're in the house with you. Sometimes it's the fact that it's a hard discard, or, you know, they actually leave for a few days and they come back. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that you went on ahead and gave that bird their walking papers, okay? That back was walking giraffe backed on in that house that day, and they backed right on back out. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's the truth. So this is one of those situations. So if you were the one that did this, kudos to you and congratulations, okay? You just became one of the biggest winners, okay? You got a badge, a star, and a trophy. All right, so the narcissist was taking you through that devaluation stage. It was rocking, it was hard and heavy. But at the end of the day, the narcissist had not really solidified a secondary supply, you know, a new supply to actually get rid of you. Okay, but you went on ahead and you did the doggone thing. Yeah, you did. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yes, let's talk about it. So what you did was you actually forced the narcissist to do something that they didn't want to do. Okay, so what they do in this case, and this is what happens and how they cope with it. First of all, they weren't planning for they weren't planning to lose you. That's first off, and that's always the case. I know that may sound shocking. I know it may sound shocking, especially with the way that they treat you. The narcissist is not in the business of losing supply. They're in the business of recycling supply. Always. Okay? Most of the time. 99.9% of the time. Okay? But in this situation, you force them to basically latch on to a secondary supply. And sometimes the secondary supply, or that new supply that we call it, is not even a new supply that they're romantically involved with. A lot of times this is their family members, you know, people that have to step in and your stead because now they don't have you to abuse and they got to go to the family members. So here's what you're going to see. Now, if they had somebody and you caught wind of them texting somebody, you had, you know, if it was a covert narcissist, male narcissist, he was texting another woman, you know, couple others, and you like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put you on out there. I'm going to put you on wheels. I'm going to go ahead and let you get out there with them. He wasn't planning to leave. You didn't have any plans on validating any threats that he had made to you, talking about he gonna leave, he gonna do this. Nah, he just running his mouth, right? So now you don't put Buddy on skates. Yeah, you put Buddy on some skates. If it's a female narcissist, she might have been doing the same thing, you know, out there tinkering around with something, but not just really had any plans to leave or to let it go. All right, so now you gonna put old girl on some skates too. So here's what happens. This is how they use that new supply, because you got to realize you have just made a big hole, a gaping hole in the narcissist, in their mental. You have just socked them in their that ego has taken a tremendous hit and a blow to the fact that you have just now let them go and without warning. You know, this is just like bam out of nowhere, like you know, like a two-piece. You know how they hit you with a two-piece? Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like a two-piece. You know how you get, yeah, like that. They just got, a whole two-piece right there. And so what you're going to see is, you'll see, if it's a new romantic interest that they pulled in, baby, let me tell you something. Do not envy that person at all, because I'm going to tell you what's going on. That narcissist is over there. When I tell you, when it happens like this, the narcissist is over there abusing them. They're basically trying to, what that new supply is actually becoming is the therapist, okay? All they're talking about is you and what happened in the situation with you. You're going to see that new supply turning up on social media looking crazy, trying to figure out how they got into the situation with the narcissist. They supposed to be posting up pictures, talk about they living their best life, and they, you know, they all in love with the narcissist. That new supply look like they going through it. You know, this is what happens when you hit them with it all of a sudden. And they're using that new supply to actually cope with the loss of you. That is not a glamorous position, family. That is not something that you want to be jealous of. Why? Because guess what? At the end of the day, that person over there is actually having to listen to your name being called 24 hours a day, just about 7 days a week, about how you did them, how low down you were to the narcissist. Oh, you did them like this and you did them like that. And oh, they never did anything to you. All they ever did was treat you right. All they ever did was give you everything that they possibly could. They loved you beyond, man, all of the lies and everything else. Okay, this is what they're doing to that new supply. And so if you think that the narcissist is over there, and some of y'all have observed that at narcissist, because you've told me either in email or comments, oh, it looks like the narcissist is just giving a new supply everything that I want. They got to do something, because they're desperate. You basically have hit them with a two-piece combo out of nowhere. They got to try to latch on and conform in some type of way to this new supply because they sucking wind trying to survive. You see what I'm saying? It's different when they have you in the mix and the new supply. And they were actually ready to do the discard. You hit them out. I mean, basically, this thing just caught them out of nowhere. It really did. It caught them out of nowhere. So whenever you do something like that, this is not a glamorous time for the new supply. This is not a glamorous time for the narcissist. The narcissist is struggling. They are suffering and everything else. And then on top of all of that, on top of all of the nonsense that new supply got to listen to, the narcissist is abusing them just like they abused you. And you know what the excuse they're using is? I'm so hurt. And I don't trust anyone. I just don't trust anybody. You know, this person hurt me. They did me like this and they did me like that. The new supply didn't do that to them. So why you taking it out on the new supply? I'm going to tell you why. Because they're dysfunctional. And this is what they do. But that's the excuse that they're using with the new supplies, that you hurt them. Yes, you hurt them. You did all of these things. Now, they're not going to tell the new supply how they lied, how they mistreated you, how they abused you, how they gaslit you, gaslighted the mess out of you, how they talked about you like a dog, and they didn't care for you when you were sick. All of that stuff. They didn't tell the new supply none of that. No, they over there lying and howling about all of the stuff that they going through right now as if they didn't cause it for themselves. Now, if that new supply or if that supply that they got to use to cope with your loss is their family, baby, that family going through it. And if it is, baby, let me tell you something. You done got about 2, 3, 4, 5 phone calls from that family hollering about what's going on with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all talk? Can y'all work it out? Is it anything that y'all can do to get through this situation? Because that narcissist is over there snapping on everybody. Can't nobody do anything right. They done tore a couple of doors, probably done dismantled a couple doors in the house, maybe some couple holes in the wall, things like that. Because guess what? At the end of the day, those clan of crows over there, that's who actually made this fool who they are. Yeah. And so when you send them back over there and they got to deal with them, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Because I'm going to tell you something. They're not ready to deal with the narcissist on that level and on those terms. That's why they send them over there to you. They don't want to be bothered with that narcissist like that. They sick of them. Okay, so yeah, you done got about 10, 15 phone calls from 8 different family members trying to ask you to come over there and get that bird because you done actually upset the apple cart, okay? And you over there with your ain't answering the phone and they blocked and the narcissist blocked and everything. And that's what they buy and get. It don't pay to be low down, does it? At all. It don't pay to be low down. But that's what happens, and that's how they use the new supply to actually cope with the loss of you. They gonna use them to every psychological capacity, every mental, emotional, everything that they can drain out of that family or that new romantic supply. They gonna drain it up out of them. Because see, when you hit them with that 2-piece combo, they wasn't ready for that family. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all, this is what it is. Don't think that the new supply or whoever they using to cope with you is having a wonderful time. Baby, they ain't having a good time. Not if you hit them out of nowhere with that discard. They are not having a good time because the narcissist still trying to figure out how they going to get you back. Number one, because they need to pay you back for what you did. Okay? Let's be real clear on that. Real clear. This is why I tell y'all, when you get rid of them clowns, don't you take them back. Because they coming back and with a vengeance. All right, fam? So listen, y'all take really good care of yourselves, all right? And I will see you all on the next video, fam. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.